We're doing an interview.
Oh, sorry. Katy. Okay.
Hi, Katy. Oh my God, it's Katy Moffatt. It's Katy Moffatt. You should be interviewing Katy Moffatt. I'm so excited that you're here. This is like amazing. Thank you so much. This is Katy Moffatt, everybody.
Wow. Say hi, Katy.
This is Jim. This is Travis.
Good to have you here. See, this is really organic, huh? That's huge.
I haven't seen her in, well, it's at least 20 years.
Wow.
Have you ever heard Katy?
I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of her.
You know what you're going to do?
What?
You're going to look her up.
I will.
And then you're going to beg her.
Yeah, okay. You bet. Thank you. I'm with Katy Moffatt. Katy is a legend, a true author of American history through your music.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Yeah, okay.
You buy that?
Yeah, I will buy that. Yeah, I've been writing quite a few songs actually about people in history and historical events. So, yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay, good. Now, a lot of genres.
True.
Throughout your experience.
Yes, too many for most in the music business.
Is it really? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
you didn't get specific, did you?
No,
you didn't sell out.
They really like for you to stay in one place, and I really couldn't do that.
What's your favorite form?
I honestly don't have one. For example, I just wrote a song in a gospel form. I've never written in that form before, so apparently there's still happening. This eclectic thing.
It seems like a lot of your pieces are based on your own life's travels. Is that what that is? Is that how that happens?
Yeah, some are highly autobiographical. All, I would say, one way or another, are definitely influenced by life travels. I think any writer would have to say that.
Is there a period of time that stands out in your life, in your musical career?
God, they all do. They all do, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been down many roads with many people and many eras that are marked by I don't know. Just for one example.
Who are your influences musically?
Early on, really early on, it was Gilbert and Sullivan. That was the stuff that was playing around the household when I grew up. Then I became entranced by top 40 radio, and then just loved it. And then the Beatles came over, and I had to get a guitar and start playing. I taught myself how to play. Then it kind of morphed into, now we're in the 60s at this point, of course, so it morphed into an exposure to what was happening in the Northeast then, the folk thing, which was also blues. And so one thing that I thought everybody did, we certainly did back then. I'm not sure it happens that much these days, but a path would lead backwards, would lead back. The discovery of a new music form, new to me, would take me down the path of that form's history. And that's how I would finally get to Robert Johnson, for example, or Jimmy Rogers.
Wow.
You know. But I'm not sure that people do that these days. Do you think they do?
So much more management. So much more, like you said, specification of what they can do and can do. I mean, you're holding to your feelings. That's art. You know, art is when it's an emotional purchase, and if you hold on to that and don't sell out to that, like I think you have, that's different for you.
Well, perhaps, but I'm totally down with the people who love hip hop, for example. The people who are moved by the forms that have been influenced by hip hop. And one thing that I'm very curious about is there's not that I can recall, ever been a form that had more accessibility to the form's history.
Exactly right. And that's what art does through music. It allows all generations to feel the same emotion, right?
Excellent. Yeah, I think so.
Is there a collaborator that you favor over somebody else? Is somebody really
Some people that I have just had such a natural collaboration with that lasted over
And who would they be?
years. One is Tom Russell. We've probably written 50 songs that are actually in play by either of us or other people. And another is Rosie Flores. And our processes couldn't be more different. But I feel very lucky to have had successful collaborative efforts, because it's a real pleasure for me.
What's in the future for Katy Moffatt?
Beats the heck out of me.
Just one day at a time?
Yeah. Really, I've never had, as my mother used to point out, much ambition, per se. All I really have wanted to do is just be able to continue. And linear motion has been, in terms of a career, has been absolutely fine with me. I just want to be able to keep playing music and making music.
Do you get up each day and have to get that guitar out?
Well, I have to practice at one point or another. But oh, sure. But if I'm working on a song, you bet, that's the first thing I want to do.
Do you ever lose yourself in your music?
On stage all the time.
Really?
All the time. Yeah, that's part of the pleasure, I think.
Okay. In writing the tunes that you have and going back and calling on experiences to do this, when you reach that point, when it's no longer a written word, but it's an emotional purchase, is that when you know you have something there?
Well, there are many other elements. I find it big for me, because I think of myself primarily as a performer. A big part of the writing process for me really doesn't start happening until I begin performing the song. That's when I learned so much. And the songs, I've got a few songs right now that are changing every night that I play them. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: as a performer, I do stand up and I hear my name. Between the time I hear my name and get on stage, I get nervous. Do you still get that at all?
I don't actually, but I used to. I'll tell you, I don't know, this is way too long to get into, but
I was having trouble driving.
1990, when 1995 was approaching, I just thought, okay, well, I guess I'm going to live the rest of my life with stage fright. I guess that's just the way it's going to be. And I started that year with tuberculosis, an active case of tuberculosis. So I took all these drugs for 6 months, and I was working and traveling at the same time. And at the end of the 6-month course, I was cured of the disease. And guess what? The stage fright went away.
So now did it turn to empowerment? I mean, do you think you're able to do more?
Yeah.
Show more,
sure.
express more,
Absolutely.
feel more?
Feel more, I'm not so sure. But show more, express more, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Because fear is always an impediment, no matter where it is in one's life.
Holding one back, the fear.
Yeah.
You get rid of the fear, you can move forward. These are life's choices here. These are good comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you sharing with us.
That's my pleasure.
And to hear at Butlers Coffee. Who would have thought?
I know. In Palmdale, USA.
You walked in and Tracy went, "Oh my God, Katy Moffatt."
Too.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen Tracy.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And this should give you some feelings of an old coffee house.
Yes, well, it already does.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, Katy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's so nice meeting you.
What a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
You're a special person.